Whereas some people, they're very talented in capturing the soul of a person. And for me, it's capturing the soul of a building. I've always been interested in urban exploration since I was a kid, basically. I kind of sought refuge in abandoned buildings, and it was easier for me to connect with environments and light and shadow than it was for me with people as a kid. I guess I never really grew out of that, wound up practicing architecture and being exposed again to these types of buildings. You develop a appreciation of that, not only with the history, but just kind of what it means to you personally, seeing these old buildings. And you're not going to have buildings with this type of character with them again.
It's the last one in the United States that's still intact, that made silk thread. And if you lose the last of something, there's no bringing it back. It's not necessarily the town of Lonaconee that loses out, the whole country does. It's history for the whole country. So if we lose it, it's gone.
This is the largest building of its type left in the nation, and who knows how much longer it's going to last. So,
a group of engineers come in, I'm going to say 3 years ago, and two of them said to me, Herb, we work all over the United States and Canada, and this is the best built building we've ever been in. He said most of these old buildings, you sight down the outside walls and they go like this. And he said, you sight down the back of this thing, it's straight as a dot. He says it's undoubtedly the best built building we've ever been in.
I think whether you're doing this as a hobby or a profession, I mean, it's just key that you're enjoying what you're doing. Even with stuff for fun, they're just so high stress. It's just like, how can you possibly enjoy this? I mean, there's always points where you're going to be stressed out about something, but if you're hating what you're doing, then it's definitely not for you. You can't get every single shot that you want to do in a limited time. Just sit back, enjoy, get to 2 or 3 shots. And what's important is, because you're gonna miss shots, you're gonna miss, it's just life, that's gonna happen. But what's important is that you're able to observe those things in the first place. I'll give you an example. I was in Denver, Colorado. I was going to my rental car, was in the van, and because of the storms that were happening, you see these red billowing clouds, and you see 6 or 7 jumbo jets silhouetted, and I couldn't take the shot. I was behind glass, my camera was packed inside the van, and there's just these screens on it. And to this day, I still kind of regret not getting the shot, but it's forever imprinted on my memory. So what's important is that you're able to get it. The camera is showing that you were documenting what you saw. I think people concentrate on too much on, oh, this will be a cool shot and it'll get me Facebook likes or whatever, and I think you've lost the point when you've done that. It's different, taking a picture of a building that's brand new for an architect, for example, which I do for a living, than these older structures. You're really painting a portrait of these buildings, and they have all the wrinkles and the experiences of life. It's storytelling. It's really storytelling about these buildings, not just merely, shooting the buildings for, whatever sake.
It was built originally for the wives of the miners. This was a mining community, and the wives of the miners the company that built it figured they had a ready-made workforce from the wives of the miner. Would give them something to do. Also would supplement the family income.
It's just not a matter of, okay, well, there's a window here, let's go ahead and try to make it out. You really have to understand structure and the history of a building, and Herb's shared a lot of these with you.
There was a group come in here from Japan, and they were trying to relate this building with the one of their mills in Japan that did business. Anyway, the labels in there that come in on the bills itself has made in Japan on it. In fact, some of them have, during World War II, have made in occupied Japan. They established that, well, due to the things in there that has made in Japan, on there proved that they did business with the Japan.
It's like people just disappeared.
There's two stories on that. One of them was that they ran out of orders. The other one was that they were going on strike for more money, and the company told them if they went on strike, they'd close it down. They quit work on Friday evening and reported for work Monday morning. The door was locked and nobody got back in. That's why the shoes is still sitting there, and the lunches were sitting on the machines, and the umbrellas and so on are still in the building.
It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be ugly. It just has to reflect whatever it is that's breathing in and out of that building.